I'm sleepy.
No, not the way to start. Not the way to start it. Pastor, hold on. No, not the way to start it
Oh,
this
were
morning.
we live?
Yes, we are
Okay.
live. Stop playing.
All right, let me start over again. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, Milwaukee. This
There we
is
go.
Tamika from
There we go.
Wisconsin
So much
Voices
better.
with Be a Voice.
Yeah.
I am our executive director of Wisconsin Voices, and we have
Joe Dre.
Brian Sanders.
hi y'all.
What's up? Good
What's
morning.
up?
Good morning.
I'm
Happy Taco Tuesday.
It is like today is one of those days where you really want to open your window and lay in your bed. Am I right? Can I get an amen?
Play some Enya.
Who?
Play some Enya.
Be quiet. I would pay my. Never mind. We're gonna not talk about that.
BTS.
Standing
next to you.
Listen,
Standing next to
look.
you.
I love K-pop, and he is all in my.
Anytime she get a magnet or anything or a doll or something, it's just funny because she knows like she's serious with it. You know, you don't ever expecting. I'm not expecting it to be a Korean fan base that's then hit the northwest side of Milwaukee or north side of Milwaukee.
Dude, there's a huge
here we
black
are.
fan base.
I know. I see now. And I seen them on Dancing with the Stars. I was at home laughing. I was at my auntie house laughing at a clip. And that song came on, that song that you have on your ringtone. And it was a song used for the commercial. I was like, oh my God. I heard this like
I'm just
songs.
a trailblazer.
A T-Mobile ad or something.
Yeah.
I remember I heard it and I'm like, is Tamika's phone going off?
Them dudes is superstars that I just don't pay attention to.
That's okay. That's okay. But when they all come out of military service and they go on tour, I will be going to wherever I need to go.
She gonna be in South Korea.
I was gonna say, Seoul, here we come.
Yep.
But here's the big thing. I got another concert I need to go to.
Yeah.
And the concert is October 1st.
1 week from today.
1 week from today. It is the big vote. Where's the like sound effects off that? I don't get no sound effects. Okay, I'm gonna do it again at some point, and then you give me that. Yeah. So be ready. I'm gonna do it. Can you do it today?
We can do it today.
Okay, I'm gonna wait a little bit. It's gonna be about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna go the big vote. Yeah, you figured out.
2024.
But we have. So I want to tell you the story. When I thought about doing this concert, Judge Taylor was talking to me because she had went to an event and she was rubbing it in that she took pictures with John B. Now everybody know I love me some John B. And I married my husband because he kind of looked like John B. a little bit. What y'all think? Might kind of look like John B.
Oh no, I'm not. No.
Well, this is back in the day. But anyway, remember I've been married 20 years. Well, anyway, Judge Taylor introduced me to this wonderful lady. She is involved in politics, but she is an artist, former performer. And I always say she always says I'm a former artist, but no, she's a former performer. But I bet you if you got her going, she might come up with a rap skill if she had skills. If she didn't have skills, then I don't know. But I met up with her and got connected with her, and she has helped us put this together. She is between the marketing what's the marketing firm that we helped, and then she was 100% in charge of getting the artist. So I would like to introduce Milwaukee, and y'all probably know her already, but Jasmine Tyler.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Oh yeah,
He's on that
we
one.
got sound effects.
He was ready for that one. Good one, Jamil.
Jazz, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready to have some fun.
She come rolling back in. This lady is all over the place, and the thing is, I know she a professional because she been in all across the country, still handling her business here. Never one. I was a little worried at first. I was like, "Are you ever in Milwaukee?" Don't worry about it. I got this. And you know what? At some point, it was probably maybe a week after we started, and I said, "Okay, she got this. Now I'm gonna do something that's ungodly if this don't go through, but I'm gonna let her do it." And she never disappointed. She never disappointed one time. So, Jazz, tell me, you know, tell me first. We want to know about you because I think as we talk about this this event,
Mhm.
you put some of your heart and soul and what you believed into this. So it was even, part of my wanting to do something to get out the vote and
Yeah.
bring people in, but you had a part in it too. So kind of tell us a little bit about you
Mhm.
and then how you got involved and how you got all these connections.
Well, honestly, first and foremost, I'm honored to be a part of the event. I feel like it's necessary. I feel like it's fresh. I feel like it's something that can be intergenerational, and we can have different age groups attend and for the same cause. I don't know how to sum up what I do in one title because I do so many different things.
Well, I do it, so you can do it. I know.
Creator, director, writer, artist, um, community
Leader.
advocate.
Mhm.
um, so many different things. As far as the music, because I don't rap anymore, I still love the industry and I still want to be a part of making it a change in it. So
Why
what
do you keep saying you don't rap anymore? You may not do. I know you be
I'm
at your
still an
house,
artist, but
but
I
I
don't
know
rap.
you be at your house being like you hear something, and all of a sudden the rap lines come
Yeah,
out.
I be rapping Tupac all day, every day.
Oh,
But
oh, you a
The
Tupac
greatest.
fan?
what? Absolutely,
Oh, I thought the only Tupac fans was me and Brian.
Crazy.
Oh,
absolutely.
Joe up there like
I-
looking at me
no,
like what you
no.
talking about?
It's just layers of Tupac fans. You got
Yeah.
like the more commercial ones, then you got the ones like me that know like the songs that most people don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm
But
the
I
one.
used to
I'm
have some of his underground music, like before he
yeah.
became big. I used to have some of those tapes,
Yeah.
and my godson said, "Can I borrow? I'll dub all these back in when you had to
Yeah.
dub everything or burn it."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I think he got arrested, and they took everything, and I never saw my whole collection. I'm talking about I had at least 3 underground mixtapes,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
and then they
Dang.
were gone.
Yeah, I was rapping Pac the other day in the shower.
It's that
But
dude.
yeah, I love what I do. My goal is to work with artists to utilize their platform to get the word out. Whether it's surrounding things that happen in the community, whether it's surrounding politics, I just feel like we should be able to bring all arenas together between music, sports, and politics and use these platforms to make sure that we get the word out and we get people engaged. Um,
So let's talk about the big vote. He still didn't do it.
He missed it that time. I was just
She gave
bragging.
me
Yep,
the
Jermaine.
eyebrows.
Okay, we're gonna try it again later. So okay, we're gonna talk about the big vote. I thought there was gonna be something better than that. Like pow, we're about explosions. Yeah, a sound of it at least. Yeah, let's at least the sound of it. But the big vote when I think I started the Brian, when did I start talking about this? I think in January, February, maybe.
Yeah, it was earlier this year.
And I was like, we need to do a concert. How much is we gonna
It's
nah,
winter.
we can't afford
Winter.
it. And then I met Jazz who had all these connections and these artists really, believe it or not, care about this particular
They
topic.
do.
Some of them, I don't want to give their business, but they in kind because they
Yeah.
knew we were a nonprofit. Lowered their prices on some of it because they wanted to be part of this. This wasn't something that, we had to beg them to do.
Yeah.
It was you talk to them, so you tell them about it.
Yeah, it's some. Well, first and foremost, I have to give a huge shout out to Philly Flyboy. Philly Flyboy is a videographer in the industry that's from Milwaukee. And whenever someone wants to do something in Milwaukee, he reaches out to me and connects me with them. So a lot of the relationships that I have in the industry has been orchestrated via Philly. So I met Ro James through. I'm sorry, I met Ro Timmy through Flyboy, and met Ro James through Business Boy, who is a Grammy producer, a Grammy Award winning producer from Milwaukee.
Mhm.
Scrappy, I actually met because I booked him for the Wisconsin Fest a couple of years ago, and he's actually cool with Tupac Shakur's family as well. And we have a lot of mutual friends. But the 3 people that I named, Rotimi, Ro, and Scrap, outside of this event, they actually are active in politics. They are active in and voting. And I'm excited that they're willing to utilize their voice and give us their time to express how important it is, for us to be involved in this election. The local artists I'm excited about too. We
Wait,
just
wait. Let's start with our favorite.
Carvey Pink.
Kyrie B. Like he over there so you know what bugs me about Kyrie? He don't show no more. He just be like, I'm chill. He too cool to be excited. He just chilling.
I want to say this though. I don't know if I told y'all yet. I've gotten maybe 30 to 50 requests in my DM for people to want to perform at this event.
Hmm.
And when I'm talking artists that's 18 through 21 years old, so
We
many
gotta
people want to be a part of it, and it is becoming like a movement.
I wish I could and here's the thing, why does it have to be just now? Um we could do this. We can recreate this over and over, you know, just making sure we have different artists here, but still with the same theme
Yes.
of civic engagement. Now, we only have one election in April of next year,
Mhm.
and then we don't have any more unless there's some special elections. But why can't we do one about civic engagement? Just giving people information about, the partners that we have, the
Yes.
partners that want to work with us. We could have a huge big concert on the fact that we have all these programs that
Mhm.
nobody knows about. We can get them in there,
Yep.
so this can't just be a one and done, and I won't let it be a one and done. But yeah, go
Yeah.
on with the what you were saying.
Yeah, they to see the request and to see the amount of people in that from that generation to want to participate, even if they don't necessarily know what it's about, but they're willing to be a part of it. It is such a great feeling to me, and I hope that even if they don't, because they're not able to perform, that they still come. It's people asking, "How can I help?" It's artists 21, 22, 23. Okay, I can't perform. How else can I help?
Come
How else
talk.
can I show up? How else can I be a part of it? And I love the fact that you guys work so hard with Meech and KB on creating the big vote movement so that people can feel a part of it. Even if they're not directly involved, they still feel a part of it somehow, some way. And I think it's most definitely going to shine a different light on Milwaukee when it comes to politics and waking up that sleeping giant.
And we could have the big boat 2, the big boat 3, the
Mhm.
big boat 4.
Yep.
Reimagining the big vote,
Right.
civic engagement, and the big vote.
Yep.
um, they KB and Meech. Let me. I for what is their
MKE agency. Is it?
MKE Live agency, and I will tell you what their production company is. But these gentlemen did it all. They really created with bringing stuff to me, letting me pick and choose what I wanted, what I didn't. Sometimes they was like, Tamika, you taking too long. I'm doing this anyway. But it was all after I talked to him, it was all in the gist of, you know what? I got what her vision is. I'm figuring out what her vision is. I'm gonna make that happen. So that
Yep.
is definitely they are amazing.
Yeah, they are. And I've worked with them. I started working with KB and Meech in like 2010. I don't work for their agency, but as far as like with music, so it felt good to actually, you know, put this team together with people that I'm familiar with.
And here's the thing. Now, I'm gonna talk about them for a minute. I have 3 alpha people working with an alpha person, which is me. Who it was for a minute there. I was like, I don't know how this is going. And then everybody went to their lane because they all had everybody I felt wanted this to be successful.
Yes. Yep.
And once they realized I had the checkbook,
Like we can get to work.
and then I said, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fundraise for it. I'm gonna try to get sponsors. You do your thing.
Yeah.
Let me take care of mine.
Yep.
And I think we hooked up Meech and KP with my comps director with I love Chi. He's always there. Um, and then you hooked up with them to make sure that the artist gave you everything they need. I don't know. Did Carvey do his video yet?
Harvey did not do his video.
Carvey didn't.
Harvey isn't the only one. It's a few. Shout out to Rotimi and Von Mays for getting their videos to us.
Yeah, because it's on Tuesday,
Yeah,
so
it's a
you got to
countdown.
call people out real quick. Yeah, but I think this is so let's talk about who's gonna be there.
Yep. So we have Real Rich. Real Rich, if I'm not mistaken, is an artist from Atlanta.
And he is up and coming. He's I think he's got a following in Atlanta,
Atlanta.
but one of my friends were like, can he come up? He's really into the, you know, telling people to vote, politics, stuff like that. This would be a really good idea for him. And he's young. And I was like, okay, we can do two things.
Yeah.
Number one, we can put somebody else on that, you know, because at the time we didn't have any artists, so
Yeah.
he volunteered first before we even got any of the other big artists. So I'm thankful he's coming in to do his couple songs.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll get a following in Milwaukee and he becomes a son of Milwaukee.
Yep. I'm sure he will. I'm excited to see him perform as well as Carvey P.
Wait, say it again.
Carvey
Carvey
P.
P. We gotta stop hyping him up because he might but do you know what? Wait. Oh, Carvey after two. Wait, he said he bringing a special guest with him.
Oh, okay.
The
I
goat.
see.
The goat.
We have a very known community advocate. I don't like the word activist, so I say advocate. Von Mays, who goes by Live BTW now. He's going to be performing as well.
I've heard one. I heard his song on TikTok. It's kind of it's
Vine,
dope.
we got a song together. We actually did a song
Are you
together.
gonna do it with him?
No. I'm not.
Why?
Because I have to be the stage manager, the host. I
Oh,
have
we
to
got
get the
all that.
artists
We got
together.
stage managers. They don't play that. Don't try to talk about the Turner Ballroom has all these people in place.
I'm not.
You can come and do a one song with him because we want to hear the song. See, she playing. We gonna get her on. We watch. We'll just start the
I don't
chant.
know.
Y'all better practice.
I don't know. I
Y'all
might
better
pop out.
practice.
We gonna see.
Yeah.
My
This is
brother
supposed
Ray
to be
Nitty.
fun.
Yeah, it is. It is. Ray Nitty's performing. He's gonna do bow, but he's gonna do a lot of the Afrobeat music that he do now, which I'm excited to see because I feel like people keep him in that bow box and they don't realize how great of an artist he is when it comes to Afro beats.
I guess I have to say when I saw the promotion picture, I was like, oh hey.
I told him, I promise you, I said that was his picture from Dancing with the Stars that he used.
He was on
But I
Dancing with
cracked
the
on
Stars.
Milwaukee.
Oh,
I cracked on him for that picture. That was
I was
hilarious.
like, I mean, I felt like I should shake my head. Oh, sorry, but go ahead.
MT Twins is coming. MT Twins, it's been a pleasure to see them grow up. Like I've actually seen them grow up in this industry. They are actually managed by KB and Meech.
Okay.
So that's dope. And then we have Steve the Stoner. Steve the Stoner, I believe, is going to put on a great show.
I think Carvey P has a song with Steve the Stoner.
Yeah, he gives a great show. He has the energy we're looking for. He's going to be a great opening act for Lil Scrappy. I'm sorry, let me take the little out for Scrappy. Big Scrappy. Big Scrap.
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 Okay, is that what he calling himself?
I know him from Crime
I don't care.
Days,
He loves
but...
Scrappy to me. I'm 52. He loves Scrappy. I remember when he was little.
Yeah, he was Lil Scrappy. That's our generation.
Yeah,
but I think the kids know him from loving hip hop,
which is Scrap.
Yeah, which is Scrap. And then we have two. I'm excited to see Ro James. I've never seen Ro James perform. To me, I feel like I'm scared to say this because I know people are gonna say something, but whenever they do tributes, I feel like they should call him to do a tribute to Prince. He's like the closest I've heard his style of music, his voice, the way he sing. It's different. He's dope, energetic. He's like a rock star. He's never been in Milwaukee. Well, Timmy has never been in Milwaukee either.
Wait. So these are debuts in Milwaukee? See,
yes.
Wisconsin voice is cold, y'all.
Yep. They've never actually performed in Milwaukee or been here. So that's going to be dope. And DJ Sushi Lure, she's going to be our DJ. She's a core DJ. Me and Sushi actually used to rap. She used to rap back in the day. So We used to perform
I
at a
kind of
lot of
like that
shows
name,
together.
Sushi
Sushi Lord.
Lure.
She doing
You
ad
could get
libs
you
though.
can get down with that name, Sushi Lure.
And I'm excited to host with Rotimi. I have to say his energy is unmatched.
Did you see? So he sent a video, and that I just was like, dude, he looks like he's excited about coming here. There was only one flaw with that video.
He didn't say Wisconsin voices.
I don't know why people forgetting that this is Wisconsin
Voices.
Voices. But and then we're doing it at the ballroom, which I think I have to give a shout out to Emilio De Torre for helping us
Yeah.
sponsor this with Milwaukee Turner. Uh, just they've always been a great partner. They have a space, and he was like, let me help you out with this. So and this would be difficult if it wasn't for Turner Hall helping out, because I don't know where we would have this, that we could put this quality of a show together. And I'm gonna hit up on the rave next, see if they got some space that we can use. But thank you. I mean, this was fun.
I forgot one artist, Kia Rap Princess.
Oh,
she's the only female artist that's performing. She used to rap with me back in the day too, and I made Kia. So Kia, actually, I used to work for Hip Hop Caucus, and my job was to do events similar to what we're doing now. And Kia has been involved, and she helped with that. She's been involved in politics as from an artist point of view for a long time. So she is, outside of like Vaughn and the other artists, she is one of the fewer artists in Milwaukee who actually dedicate her time to politics and to informing people and to being involved. So it's going to be exciting to see her perform too.
We got some other sponsors. NAACP is one of our sponsors, and we always love Urban League.
Yes.
They have been very gracious to help us. Hip Hop Caucus is sponsoring. Transformative Justice Coalition is sponsoring a few others. So we still got a couple more sponsor ships available. You have probably until about 4 o'clock today. If you like what we do, please do some donating, because this helps us do that work.
Yeah.
We are a nonprofit. We're not making any money off of this. These tickets are free. It's 18 and over. You have to have an ID to walk in. We're it's not like, oh, I know you, so I'm gonna let you in. No, you have to have an ID. Bring your ID. Bring your ID. I'm gonna say it again. Bring your ID. 18 and over.
And remember, it's free.
What's that word?
It is free.
Jermaine, what was that you called it? Free 99. Oh, free 99. That's what it is. Free 99. And all you have to do is go on either the Facebook page and click on the link there, or go to wisconsinvoices.org. You'll see the big vote. It's pretty big on our website. And boom, you touch it. All you got to do is put your information in, and you got a ticket.
You register. I have to shout out to, so we have some cool things happening with the activations. The doors open at 5. When you come in, you'll be greeted by some of our special guest hosts that'll be in the audience. Just Bree, I know she's on Truth Radio. She used to be on V100.7. TZ Talk, she has like one of the number one podcasts in the city. And then C Bella, who's an artist as well. They'll be stopping people, asking questions, just kind of getting their opinion on the elections, if they're familiar with what's on the ballot, just engagement, just getting people active.
Asking them, what their thoughts on the elections.
Yeah.
Montreal Kane will also be there with his production company, doing some
interviews.
Yeah, interviews, just making sure that, and we're gonna stream this all on our Facebook page. On I think the other artists, they're gonna be streaming their performances on.
But that don't mean y'all can stay at home. You still gotta come,
because it's not the same feel.
Yeah.
Like when I watched my BTS on stream, it wasn't the same feel as if I was gonna be there in concert. Look at them shaking their head. I just had to throw that out there. So go on to the website, Wisconsin Voices. Spell out Wisconsin. WISCONSINVOICES.org.
Shout out to B too. We putting you to work. You've been very helpful this entire process,
Yeah,
but we putting you to work that day
I'm
too.
I'm definitely in all support that day. I'm sure I'll be running around. Yeah,
Doing
He will
something.
be podcasting it. I feel
podcasting
bad
it
for him.
is.
He will be podcasting it. And then Joe will be there
Mhm.
help because Brian is in charge of the canvassers that we have, who assist people to register to vote. Joe will be there to help them because we got a small but mighty
Yeah.
staff. There's Nicole will be there, Latoya, they'll be out there, trying to do what they can to,
Yeah.
manage. You will have them at your disposal. I will be sitting there looking at everybody evilly because that's what I do.
No, no. And
Mm-mm.
if y'all see me, I'm going to pick up the flyers today. So you will see me out and about throughout the entire city this week. And you can feel free to walk up to me. I will find you and I will get you registered by any means. You're going to register to
And
come to this event.
yeah, you have to come to this. You have to click on that button, put your name and address, put your name information in because um, we want to make sure that everybody is comfortable. Everybody
Yes.
know, you're buying a ticket for free.
Yep.
You buying it is just for free.
Yep.
And I love the fact that we have worked so well together. I'm gonna have to get Tupac's mom in here on an event one
His
day.
sister.
His sister, I
Yeah.
mean. I got to get her in on an
Yeah.
event.
Shout out to my sister Set, man. I love her. I love the entire Shakur family and foundation. When Tamika was talking about John B, it was actually Set's event that we were
Right,
doing,
right, right.
which we will be doing yearly, and John is excited to come back to Milwaukee too. So you'll be able to
He
meet
just had
him.
to bring his whole band with him, so he wanted the whole 5 string
Yeah,
band with him.
he did. He puts on a good show though. He puts on a good show.
I know we're gonna have to do something smaller with the whole band coming.
I want y'all to do me a favor, the listeners. If you could please go on Instagram to Wisconsin Voices Instagram and comment your favorite artist that you want to see perform. And who knows, you can win a meet and greet or anything. But we want y'all to comment and let us know who it is that you would like to see perform or who you're excited to see perform. And even if they're not performing, who would you want to see perform in the future? And maybe we can get them involved too.
She got a lot of connections. I am so glad this woman has blessed us with her talent. Um, we
Thank you,
forget
Tamika.
we forget about
Yeah, great
we always
job.
want somebody on the
Thank you.
outside,
Shout out
somebody
to you.
from Chicago,
Yeah.
you from
No, it
LA, you
makes it
from,
way more important when you got
and
local.
we got some
Yeah.
Right,
local
right.
people who have the exact.
Yeah.
I know Jermaine here got that same talent, and I did not know that. He's just the guy who used to live next door, but after I had a conversation with him, I, this man is prevalent in the music industry, and I hate that I didn't know about it at the time, but he's so low key about what he does. It's not pride, it's not, they'll figure it out when you figure it out.
Yep.
And he giving me a job with the cowbell. I'm gonna be in his band, and I'm gonna be like, "Bah," I'm working on it. I've been working.
Miko. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, there you
but
go.
here's the thing.
There
I've
you
been
go.
working at the Turner Hall. I went working out for like 2.2 seconds. I
Yeah.
lifted some cowbells, and I did one chin up or half a whatever, and I'm working out so I can get ready for the pop pop. Yeah.
Get it cracking. But I'm excited. I really enjoy working with you all. I'm thankful to be a part of the impact. I feel like this impact is going to be something Milwaukee has never seen. And I look forward to doing it again. Like
We're
I'm,
gonna do it
I'm
again.
excited.
You know what? We have support in the community. Um, we ask you to come out. If you can't come out, do a donation. This stuff goes right back. The money that I ask for, the money that I get, 99% of it goes right back out to the community. I got to pay my bills, so I can't say all of it go back to the community. But you know what I mean. This is anything. If you want to donate and be a sponsor of this thing, just when you put in put in your donation and say, I want to help sponsor uh, the big vote, that money will go to that cause. So I thank you. We'll be right back. We're going to get into some election stuff. We're going to talk about the Senate race, and we're going to talk about this referendum. We'll be back with Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices.
Make sure you bring out those umbrellas. We're on Be a Voice Radio, 860, 106.5.
Whoop, whoop.
That's a
Corny.
little wet. That was my little weather update too. 67% of chance of
Corny.
rain.
He's got to get a little of that energy out.
You know.
Somebody's kind of corny.
Ah.
Brian
All
always
right.
keeping us laughing, smiling around here.
Yeah.
No, he ain't.
Yeah,
You
she-
just stop
yes, she
lying.
She know.
So, we went over. We're gonna do this a little different because you don't want to hear my voice all the time. We went over the the nonpartisan candidate guide for U.S. president with Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Now we're gonna go over the Senate. I am going to be Tammy Baldwin. And Joe, who are you going to
Oh
be?
man, you're gonna make me be Eric Hovde.
Yes. And then we'll ask to bring it all around. We'll ask Brian to
You mean the
tell us what
moderator?
the issue is.
Okay.
So you're gonna tell us what the issue is,
All right.
and then we're going
You
to
mean just shoot from anyone? Can I just go through the list, or you mean go through order? In order.
whatever you want to do because you are the moderator of this.
Okay, let's go on ahead.
And I'm
Hi.
Tom. Wait, we gotta say what is that?
What's the
You're
intro?
damn right.
All right, so welcome to this Wisconsin U.S. Senate 2024 opening. We would
To
like
the guides.vote.
through guides.vote. Thank you
Mhm.
to guides.vote for all this great information. We're going to start with the climate today. As far as climate change, should climate change be a top priority? And whichever candidate wants to go first, we would love to hear your response.
I guess it'll be me. Climate change, no. His Eric Hovde's campaign website doesn't mention climate. The push to end fossil fuel use before the next half century is delusional. That's in quotes. To think you're going to move the economy of this size from its existing energy source in a decade, you're smoking crack.
He said smoking crack, and I see the quote right here myself.
I say yes. The longer we fail to act, the more costly climate change will be. Tammy Baldwin supported the Inflation Reduction Act to tackle climate change, voted to update public trans for climate friendliness, and then committed to working with local communities to find solutions.
Thank you, Miss Tammy Baldwin. Abortion, ban or legal?
Well, I'm going to start with that.
Thank you.
I am pro-choice. Women should decide. Sponsored the 2023 Women's Health Protection Act to ensure national access to abortions, would ban state restrictions early in the pregnancy and later if the mother's health is at risk.
Eric Hovde.
Eric Hovde says in 2012 he totally opposed legalized abortion.
But wait. So he's mostly, and I think that's
Mostly banned.
right.
Yes, mostly banned. In 2012, he totally opposed legalized abortion, supporting overturning Roe v. Wade. Now supports a statewide referendum on abortion ban after 3 months. That's more than enough reasonable time for a woman to make a choice. And it quotes the Wisconsin bars. The Wisconsin Constitution bars referendums.
Thank you. Economy. Decrease or increase government investment in and regulation of the economy. Whichever candidate would like to speak first.
Yeah. Decrease. Call for a private sector driven pro-growth environment. Criticizes recent growth in the size of the national debt. Says he has the business experience needed to restore economic sanity.
And Tammy says increase. Small businesses are the backbone of our economy, supported by American rules and fair trade practices, opposes corporate mergers that reduce competition, supports the 1.2 trillion in the infrastructure bill.
Thank you. Our next question is about education. Should we limit teaching of issues around racism and gender identity.
No. That's what Tammy Baldwin says. We must do better at educating the next generation of the full history of the country. She worked to protect students from bullying and harassment based on sexual orientation or gender identity.
And Eric Hovde says, yes, we've collapsed patriotism. Wait, yeah, we were on
Yeah,
education,
that's
right?
it.
Okay, yes.
Mhm.
We've collapsed patriotism. We've told students their country is flawed and it's wrong and it's irredeemable. Are you kidding me? We live in the greatest country in the history of mankind.
I want to comment on that because we're going to talk
Mm,
about issues. And this one really gets to me as a
Mhm.
black
mhm.
person,
Mhm.
as a person of color,
Mhm.
erasing.
It's a big problem for me. It really irritates me. Like you said, I know sometimes it's like you can't even just get it out because it's like
Yeah.
you really want to, y'all really want to play with us and act like we ain't did as what we did as a group of people in this country. Are you serious? And it's so much undocumented work that we've put in that y'all want to cover up. You know, whether we do it in documentaries, and I want these documentary writers and these filmographers to keep putting out the information about Black history. We have to saturate the market if they want to try to take things away from us. This is what we do. We have to saturate the market to show them we know our history. We're not going to let somebody lose it. So I had to get that out.
Oh no, no, I'm just looking at him going, all right, go ahead. It just it baffles me because when history doesn't make someone look good, they want to change it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not, we are America. We have good, the bad, the ugly. We
That's
have
real.
done some good things.
That's
We
real.
have some done some horrible things as America and as the United States. We have colonized, we have killed, but we've also brought some greatness to the world. It's not all bad, not all good. It's but you cannot
Get rid of it.
get rid of any of it. I and it's funny how like there's I just find it funny how there's sectors of the where we are by statute we have to in schools we have to teach about different ethnic groups, but it's never you have to teach about African. It's usually, you have to teach about Native American. You have to what about the Hispanics, what about the Blacks, what about the Asian, what about teaching people about different religions, like where did Islam come from? Where did Christianity come from? Where did all these religions come from? Where are they based? They won't have those conversations. So everybody has a full knowledge of history and where things come from.
You give
We
it a
just know it's
chance.
there, and all of a sudden we take it as face value.
Yeah.
You can, I think, and this is my personal opinion, you are more informed when you have the whole history. When you have all the facts, then you can make an informed decision whether
Mm-hmm.
you want to accept it or not. Long as you have it, and then and I've told this story before, and it just, and I'm gonna say it again, where um some of this is like we don't want the children to feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
when we're talking about race, when we talked about what America did back in the day. Where were those people when I was the only kid in the classroom that was Black and we had to talk about slavery and everybody looking at me with this sad face like I feel sorry?
Hmm.
Where were those people where when we do classes, and I went to a suburban school, so that is, more of that situation. But when we had to do your where did you come from, are you German,
Mm.
Swedish, Polish, whatever it is, and we did African, but they wouldn't let you specifically say a country that you were from, or if you knew your background, you're African American. And is that really a culture? I mean, that's what I
Mm-hmm.
used to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I so
Yeah.
I this one got me a little bit because I can't. let's
Yeah.
just get moderator. I'm sorry.
All
You
right.
should.
Sorry
You're
about that.
supposed to be
Yeah.
doing that
I,
timekeeping thing.
I was supposed to buzzer a while ago.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
buzzer.
but you was right. I mean, I feel exactly how you feel when it comes to that. You cannot take away history, good or bad. This is what makes us who we are. All right, so let's go into.
Wait, and that last thing is,
Uh-huh.
if you don't, what is that saying? Um,
I think I know where you was going, but I
what
lost
is
it.
it? I'll think about it.
If you don't stand for anything, if you don't stand for anything,
Right.
yeah,
So no, it's more
not
so
that
if you
one.
don't know your history, history is going to repeat
Repeat itself.
itself.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And if we don't know what we did wrong, if we don't know how we treated people
Mm-hmm.
and how these younger kids should know how ancestors treated my ancestors
Mm-hmm.
and say, I will never have that happen again. Not that they should feel sorry for it, but oh my goodness, I'm never going to have that happen again in my world.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way they should be looking at this.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Go
All
ahead.
right, let's go ahead. Loosen. As far as the environment, should we loosen or tighten environmental regulations? Either
I'll go ahead.
either candidate.
Eric Evedy says loosen. We should roll back some environmental regulations to expand energy production and resource development.
Hmm.
Timmy Baldwin says tighten. Supported the Inflation Reduction Act to preserve our way of life, economy, and well being. Called the community projects to clean up the Mississippi River. Work to increase funding for Great Lakes restoration. Um, we always do this as an Americans, and I'm gonna sit out where we think we have a good idea and we make money off of it, and then we realize, ooh, this is bad. And instead of fixing what we have done wrong, we're like, well, it's not my problem. Let the next generation deal with it. Because we are dealing with generational stuff from the 20s, 30s, 40s. We're definitely dealing with, the 60s, 70s when there was so much pollution going on in the air. And we're dealing with that now. But we won't correct it. We still keep going.
No,
Go ahead.
waterway, like you said, waterways, and now you got to think about that. I'm thinking about the waterways and some of the crazy infrastructure. You know, we always go back to it, and I know I probably, everything's a lot of it's all important to me. The environment, making sure that we have food in our communities, and I also want to make sure that when my people walking through bridges and pathways across the city and across the country, I got family and friends all across the country. I don't want brick and stuff falling off and knocking my people out, and that's whole bridges coming down and all type of
We
stuff.
are the wealthiest country, one of the wealthiest countries, and we can't fix our bridges.
Yeah, that's wild. All this new technology and all these lit up bridges and lights and stuff and all this technology we was talking about the other week with the bus that can go from a train track that they got overseas. It takes away the space that they need for roads, and the bus can go from a train track to the road and back and forth. I mean, that's simple, but we don't even have that.
Right. Eliminating roads allows you to create things like green spaces,
Yeah.
like parks,
Mm-hmm.
like shops and businesses and other
Mhm.
things that are useful for folks. The more roads you build, the more cars you're going to have on the roads.
But if public transportation was more accessible, more convenient,
Yep.
people would take it. Because I really hate driving, and I
Yeah.
especially hate driving downtown because you never can find a parking spot, and you almost for sure going to get a ticket, and those tickets are expensive. If I had the hop to come around here, I
Oh,
might
what if
park.
it was a hop from Brown Deer to Milwaukee? Oh my goodness, I'll be on that all the time. Or if I
Right.
take it to Tatonia down to the
Right. It's just if I had something like that would take me there. I mean, I've been looking for one of those Vespas because I
Yeah,
live 10 minutes
you
away
still
from.
on them
I'm
Vespas.
still trying to find one that's reasonable so I can actually drive it. This we would do it if it was convenient. And my husband told me, "You ain't driving." And I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "You ain't getting hit. You see how these people are crazy
I don't
driving."
blame him on that.
But
I would
I
feel the
still,
same way
why
about my
go
wife.
around the
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah,
dips.
I know what you mean. Some back road stuff.
All right, we got a couple more we can do, and then we got probably about 3
All
more
right, let's
minutes
knock it out. All right, next
all
next topic.
together. We got about
Okay.
7 minutes. Let's try to knock
All
this
right.
out.
All right. So far as gun law, safety and gun safety, loosen or tighten gun regulations. Either candidate can answer
Mhm.
first.
Well, I believe. Well, I'm Tammy. Remember,
Yeah.
Titan. Congress has failed to take action in gun violence, as far too many lives have been lost. Supported the background checks, anti violence programs, and mental health services.
And Eric Hovde says likely loosen. No current position found. In a 2012 campaign for U.S. Senate, he said, I fully support the right of law abiding citizens to keep and bear arms, no exceptions. And I think if you've seen some of his recent ads on television, he's definitely has that position.
Wow. Thank you. Limit or expand is regarding to LGBTQ rights. Should we limit or expand the LGBTQ rights? Whichever candidate would like to go first.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Eric Hovde says he would like to limit. He supports restrictions on gender affirming treatments for minors and believes men shouldn't be playing in girls' sports, period.
Tammy Baldwin says expand. Sponsored the Equality Act banning discrimination against LGBTQ people. It is wrong that LGBTQ people can be denied an apartment, cut from a job, or face other forms of discrimination. Bought 12 Senate Republicans on board to protect same sex and interracial marriages. I can't believe they trying to I can't believe they trying to stop me and Mike from our love.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mhm.
That's yeah. Voting rules make voting harder or easier.
Well, Tammy Baldwin says easier. Sponsored legislation to stop state sanctioned voter suppression efforts. The right to access to the ballot is fundamental to how our democracy works.
And Eric Hovde would likely make it harder. He would tighten up our voting process, clean up our voting system, addressing voter fraud claims. He said almost nobody in a nursing home is at a point in life to vote, but says the elderly should absolutely vote.
Wait, what?
Let-
Yeah.
Um, Again, I will say they do not try to take something away of value. They only try to take things away of value. Your vote is valuable.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's correct.
Agree.
Big time. Taxes. Raise or lower taxes on corporations and wealthier individuals.
Eric Hovde says he'd like to lower taxes. Has supported lowering the corporate tax rate and eliminating loopholes and deductions. Supports a minimum tax rate for corporations.
And Tammy said she would raise. Hardworking Wisconsin families should not be paying more in taxes than the wealthiest Americans. Called the Called for a fairer tax code and an end to loopholes that benefit super wealthy money managers.
All right. As far as student financial aid, support lowering interest on student loans and or forgiving them. Either candidate.
I would say yes. It is potential to provide significant relief to millions of borrowers. Sponsored the legislation in 2022 to provide student loan forgiveness to beginning farmer and ranchers.
And Eric Hovde says no, it's unfair at every single level. Biden's debt forgiveness plan does nothing to address the cost of higher education.
Hmm.
So I believe that higher costs, the cost of higher education should be addressed. Um, I believe it's extraordinarily expensive to send a kid. Trust me, I know. I'm trying to send one through school and I only have one. What happens if you have two? If I had two kids, I don't know what I would do. I'd be like, I don't know.
What happens to folks that are making the bare minimum and just getting by and have two or three or four kids that are getting ready to graduate high school and send off to college? You know, how do you face that? How do you pick and choose? Maybe you have money for one to go to college, but you don't have for money for the other three. You know, there's a lot of hard choices out there being made, especially around education expense.
Well, we have about a couple more minutes, but I do want to go over these last ones very quickly. Let's go over immigration.
Okay.
Can you read that question to us?
I will. As far as immigration, how to handle immigration and the border. Um, support a path to citizenship for DACA participants brought to the U.S. as children?
I can go ahead. Eric Hovde says Biden opened our southern borders, letting criminals and terrorists enter, and drug cartels to flood our streets with fentanyl. Advocates stricter security measures. Called the 2024 bipartisan border bill a total joke. No position is actually found with him on DACA.
Back the 2020 or Tammy backed the 2024 partisan border bill. I voted to secure our borders, support law enforcement, and stop the fentanyl from coming in. Supported DACA dreamers who have only known America as their homes.
All right. And one that everybody may be interested in: marijuana, ban or illegal? Either candidate.
Go ahead. Eric Hovde is very unclear. I agreed with a listener who called it a gateway. He said, "I'm opposed to it as well. It can be decriminalized, but shouldn't be commercialized. I'm a libertarian in most cases, not when it comes to drugs."
Um, I say legal, or Tammy says legal. Has long supported decriminalizing of marijuana, supported Biden's move to reclassify marijuana, sponsored a bill to protect state medical marijuana programs from federal interference. I think one of the ones we need to also do raise the federal minimum wage
Mm-hmm.
for
Yep.
7.25 per hour.
Yeah, Eric
Good.
Hovde says no. The minimum wage was never supposed to be a living wage. Low wage jobs should motivate people to find better careers.
uh yes, Tammy says yes. She sponsored the 2021 legislation to raise the federal minimum wage to 15 by 2025. It is past time to raise these minimum wages. You guys need to, we're getting out there to vote. We gave you their answers to these questions. Now what you have to do is go out there and vote. Make sure that you vote in your interest. This is Be a Voice with Wisconsin Voices. We will see you on Friday.